wanted to show y'all how I walk in them with different mobility devices and with just the AFOs.
But I want to talk to everybody about what I think about Jack using all of her tools for her chronic illness.
Wednesday morning, everyone. Good news. I'm feeling pretty good after my IVIG infusion. I mean, I don't get like this good, crazy, amazing feeling from it. I mean, I'm not feeling bad side effects from it, which is always a success. And I got awesome blood return this morning. I am just finishing up my medicines for this round's IVIG regimen. This is Toradol. It's a non-steroid anti-inflammatory drug. And speaking of treatments, I've got my new AFOs here, and I have a home physical therapy session this morning, and we're specifically going to be working with my AFOs this time. I just want to say thank you so much for all of the insight and personal experiences and encouragement y'all gave me on one of my recent vlogs where I think the title was like, I'm struggling with my AFOs. I feel so much more like confident and at ease. You know, I was talking about how these things were giving me quite a bit of pain, and a lot of y'all said, yes, I had that with my AFOs, it was normal. You know, it's one thing to hear it from doctors and specialists that I do trust, but to hear it from someone who has firsthand experience, it means something to me. And y'all gave me some great tips. I feel kind of silly. I was like, I can't get my foot in, and a lot of y'all were like, just undo the laces more. It's like, duh. And just so many wonderful tips and encouragement. I truly appreciate it. So yes, I'm confident these are going to help me in the long term, but there may be some struggles in the short term I got to work through. And I'm confident with my PT and Heiner clinic and my doctors and y'all continuing to encourage me. I got this. I sound like Janice. That's what she kept telling me. You got this, Jaquie. Okay. This round of IVIG is officially done. Check. Now I gotta hook up to my banana bag, but I may wait to do that until after PT. That's my physical therapist. Good timing. I had a great PT session. I'm so glad he knows so much about AFOs. And we talked about a break-in period. He suggests using it 30 minutes a day and increasing by 30 minutes each day, but really just listening to my body. If I'm hurting too much, cut back on the time. Also, he thinks one of the biggest hindrances is because they aren't properly adjusted to me yet, and he said it could take going back to Heiner clinic several times for several adjustments to get them just right for me. I'm okay with that as long as we get it done. We also talked about sore spots. He said he can definitely see where the left one is causing too much pressure and it needs adjustments, and even the right one could use a little bit of adjustment, so Heiner clinic should be able to take care of that on Monday. And he recommended not tube socks that go all the way like just below my knee, because my AFOs have padding all inside them. Also, we have to worry about me overheating because of my heat sensitivity, but socks that go just above the ankle would be good to protect all of those bony parts in my feet. And now I can put them on a lot better. I'm also going to be looking into some type of no tie laces. I think that'll make my life a lot easier. So definitely undoing the laces way more. And now I'm able to just slip my foot in. Super easy. And because the right one is adjusted better to that foot, it's easier to put on than the left, but it's not really a hassle anymore. Okay, and I just put them back on because I wanted to show y'all how I walk in them with different mobility devices and with just the AFOs and things like that. So I am most steady when I have the walker to help me. But I still don't feel as dependent on the walker when I'm wearing my AFOs. When I have Harlow to help me with counterbalance and such, I'm still steady, just not as much so as I am with the walker. But we still think this is pretty adequate. Much better than before. And this is how I walk in just my AFOs. I feel steadier in them, but my PT isn't as convinced. Yeah, it's kind of stumbly, but better. So hopefully y'all were able to see the differences in my stability. I can definitely feel it. And while walking is always tricky for me, it can definitely vary because sometimes my body is more cooperative than other times. It really just depends on what symptoms I'm dealing with. But the hope is to be independent with my AFOs for shorter distances, and maybe even one day longer distances than what I'm capable of now. But don't forget that the AFOs may not completely replace, like, you know, Harlow or my walker or my wheelchair, because I really don't think there's any need to be ashamed of using the tools you require. But I got my AFOs and I was just like so excited to be walking by myself because that's my personal goal. However, talking to y'all and hearing your experiences with AFOs and, you know, my PT and just everyone else who's trying to help me and has knowledge about it, I've realized it's not going to just instantly happen. It's going to take time, and I really need to make sure I prioritize safety and just like give my body an appropriate amount of time to adjust to these new tools. Anyways, I have hooked up to my banana bag and now I'm gonna be taking a rest.
Just dropped Jack off, I'll say that 5 times fast, at her at her massage therapy appointment. Just in there getting a massage. I've been watching NASCAR highlights of the Daytona 500, and unfortunately, after that final wreck on, I think it was lap number 3, at the time, that Bubba Wallace and Denny Hamlin were neck and neck for 2nd and 3rd place, and they ended up wrecking. And I was just watching the interviews with Bubba Wallace. I'm surprised to learn that he's a rookie. I didn't know much about him before the race, and I think he's my new favorite. You know, it was kind of cool watching the number 3 and the number 43 finish 1st and 2nd, and then the number 3 sliding across the grass like Dale Earnhardt Sr. did in '98. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, Bubba Wallace, number 43. I think he's my new number 1 now. Jimmy Johnson's gonna take a back seat after he was out after 30 minutes on a race, but it is what it is.
Hey babe, thank you.
For?
Well, I wouldn't have gotten my massage therapy if it weren't for you, remember?
Yeah.
We had plans to go to... My ring's hurting lots of people lately. We had plans to go to the aquarium, and the other night Judd saw how much pain I was in. He said, let's not do the aquarium. I want you to get massage therapy. I love you. You're very selfless.
And I love you too.
It never makes me feel guilty when we gotta change our plans or anything like that.
That's what being in a relationship's all about.
You're amazing. You're being cute, Harlow. Are you letting him annoy you? She just likes to step on you. So, after my massage therapy, Judd ran into the Amish market and picked up some stuff. He's gonna do a barbecue tomorrow.
Picked up myself ribeye steak and Jack a chicken breast. I think they're roughly the same size.
Was it a really big chicken breast or a really small steak?
I think it's a medium-sized steak with a really fairly large chicken breast.
Harlow would love to pick that up.
Yes, she would. So for mine, I always use a rub, and I use McCormick's Montreal steak seasoning. It's my favorite.
It is.
Jack likes to use...
That's a bit. That's one?
Yeah, that's one. Jack likes to use Italian dressing, Wishbone's Italian dressing for it. To marinate your chicken, and it comes out pretty good.
It does.
And what I do for the steaks and the chicken is I start them out in the oven, and I get them to about within 20 degrees of what I want, and then I finish it on the grill, so that way you don't worry about, because ribeyes on the grill, the fat starts melting off and turns into this huge fire, which ends up searing your steak. And
one time the chicken turned really crispy.
Yeah.
But Judd, he makes some pretty good barbecue. He's our grill master. Obviously, he's learned some things the hard way, but he's mastered it now.
A lot of leftovers.
Yeah, today I've only been able to eat 3 crackers and some sips of Gatorade. I mean, I have my feeds running, so it's fine, but hopefully I can manage a little more tomorrow.
Well, nevertheless, I will help you out finish this chicken.
Okay, babe.
Get your healthy amount of chicken in there, with your healthy amount of dressing, and you just kind of massage it around.
I had a massage today, and now you're massaging chicken.
Yeah, Hippo looks excited about it.
Very concentrated. Not for you.
I like a lot of seasoning, so.
He does.
So, and then you just take your extra virgin olive oil.
Before my gastroparesis progressed, I could handle some steak. I can't anymore, and I miss it. That makes a really good steak.
I'm told. I haven't had anybody complain yet, so.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That should be good.
I'm glad you get to enjoy it, babe.
Should have got another one.
Why? You're gonna have some of my chicken.
Because I'm hungry, but I want more. Well, I'm upstairs and I'm getting ready for bed. Jack is off getting ready for bed too. But I want to talk to everybody about what I think about Jack using all of her tools for her chronic illness. And by tools, I mean her wheelchair, her walker, her AFOs, her braces, all that stuff. And here's what I think about them. I think that they're awesome. I think that they're perfect. There are many different tools for many different purposes. The wheelchair is, I think, the best tool that she has. The AFO, I think, is my new favorite thing. Watching her stand up and walk without stumbling or having to worry about, her tripping over her own feet was awesome to do. And if she wears her AFOs and she needs to step out of the wheelchair to go do something, or if she's using the AFOs that day, not the wheelchair, she can walk around normally. I don't have to worry about her tripping over anything and getting hurt. So I think that they're great, and the more tools you have, the better. So I think that's awesome.
Well, you're in bed. I'm ready to go to sleep. I wore my AFOs for just 30 minutes today, like my PT suggested, and I'm not in a ridiculous amount of pain.
That's good.
Yeah, so just gonna slowly increase. I love you, babe.
I love you too.
That was like a weird handshake. Well, with that, we'll say goodnight, and thanks for joining us on our adventure. Why are you waving my arm like that?